At Wellness 60 to 100, we uncover the hidden roles vitamins play in protecting the aging brain. Most seniors have never heard of vitamin K2, yet its absence could silently sabotage brain health. From calcium misplacement to artery stiffness, the effects creep in without warning. If you're over 60 and haven't considered how K2 supports healthy aging, this video may surprise you. It's time to rethink what your brain truly needs, not just to survive, but to stay sharp. Many seniors take calcium or vitamin D supplements daily, but few consider the crucial link that vitamin K2 provides. Without it, calcium can end up in the wrong places, like your arteries, instead of supporting your bones and brain. This misplacement doesn't just threaten heart health. It also affects blood flow to the brain, gradually impairing cognitive function. Seniors who lack K2 may face an increased risk of memory problems, confusion, and even early neurodegeneration. The real danger? These changes are slow, silent, and often misdiagnosed as normal aging. By the time symptoms appear, damage may already be done. Understanding this hidden connection is essential for those committed to healthy aging and protecting brain health through nutrition. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, a board-certified geriatrician with over 15 years of experience in senior brain health. I've seen firsthand how overlooked nutrients like vitamin K2 quietly impact cognition. In this video, I'll explain how K2 helps protect your brain from vascular decline, and why it's a critical part of true healthy aging. In this video from Wellness 60 to 100, we'll explore how a daily deficiency in vitamin K2 may affect brain health in adults over 60. While often overshadowed by vitamins like D or B12, K2 plays a unique role in supporting vascular flexibility and proper calcium distribution, two vital elements for cognitive function. Without enough K2, seniors may unknowingly accelerate artery hardening, reduce cerebral blood flow, and impair brain performance over time. This video will walk you through the science, symptoms, and solutions, giving you actionable steps to include K2-rich foods or supplements in your routine. Don't miss this essential information for promoting smart, steady, and healthy aging. The first and most potent natural source of vitamin K2 is natto, a traditional Japanese dish made from fermented soybeans. While it may not be familiar in every Western kitchen, natto stands out for one reason. It contains the highest concentration of menaquinone 7, -7 mLa, the most bioavailable and long-acting form of K2. Just 1 tablespoon of natto delivers over 1,000 micrograms of vitamin K2, many times the recommended daily intake. This fermented food helps direct calcium away from soft tissues and into bones, but more importantly, it supports vascular health. For the brain, this means better blood flow, lower risk of arterial calcification, and greater oxygen supply to critical cognitive regions. Over time, this may help reduce the risk of vascular dementia, small vessel disease, and other brain-related complications associated with aging. The benefit of natto isn't just its nutrient content, it's how efficiently your body absorbs it. Thanks to the fermentation process, -7 mLa is readily taken up by the bloodstream and stays active longer than K1 or -4 mLa. This prolonged activity allows it to support the brain and cardiovascular system more consistently throughout the day. However, for many seniors in the US, natto can be an acquired taste. Its sticky texture and strong smell may be off-putting at first. But there are ways to introduce it gently into the diet. Mix it with a mild-flavored food like rice, avocado, or even scrambled eggs. It can also be blended into savory oatmeal or stirred into miso soup. If eating natto isn't an option, look for -7 mLa supplements derived from natto. Just ensure it's a reputable brand, as quality varies greatly. Seniors should also check with their doctors before starting high-dose K2, especially if they're on blood thinners. Adding natto to a weekly meal plan, even just once or twice, can significantly contribute to brain-supportive nutrition. It's not just about heart or bone health, it's about ensuring your brain continues to receive the oxygen and nutrients it needs to function optimally in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. A more familiar and accessible source of vitamin K2 for most seniors is egg yolks, particularly those from pasture-raised or free-range chickens. While eggs have long been praised for their protein and choline content, a brain-boosting nutrient in its own right, few realize that the yolk also delivers small yet meaningful amounts of vitamin K2 in the negative 4 Malawin-Quatches form. Negative 4 Malawin-Quatches may not last as long in the bloodstream as negative 7 Malawin-Quatches, from sources like natto, but it's still highly beneficial for supporting healthy aging, especially when consumed regularly. This form of vitamin K2 plays a key role in regulating calcium within the brain's vascular system, reducing the risk of calcium deposits in the arteries that feed cognitive regions. These calcium buildups can reduce blood flow, increase oxidative stress, and elevate the risk of vascular dementia over time. The advantage of egg yolks is how easily they fit into a senior's diet. Whether scrambled for breakfast, poached on toast, hard-boiled for a snack, or included in casseroles, eggs are versatile, budget-friendly, and quick to prepare. Just 2 to 3 whole eggs per day can provide a solid base of K2, along with brain-friendly fats and choline. It's important to choose quality eggs. Yolks from pasture-raised chickens tend to contain significantly more K2, omega-3s, and vitamin D compared to those from conventional sources. The richer orange color is a visual clue to higher nutrient density. For seniors managing cholesterol or heart concerns, research has shifted away from blaming whole eggs for cardiovascular disease. Most studies now show that eggs, when part of a balanced diet, do not negatively affect heart health in healthy older adults. In fact, the benefits of K2 in egg yolks may actually offset some of the calcium-related risks traditionally linked to aging arteries. To enhance K2 absorption, pair egg-based meals with healthy fats, such as avocado, olive oil, or nuts. Since K2 is fat-soluble, these additions can increase bioavailability and deliver more consistent brain and vascular support. Egg yolks offer a practical, palatable way to include vitamin K2 in a senior's diet without needing supplements. When eaten regularly, they support both cognitive clarity and long-term neurological protection. One of the tastiest and most overlooked sources of vitamin K2, especially for older adults in the US, is Gouda cheese. This semi-hard Dutch cheese is rich in the negative 4 Malawin-Quatches and negative 7 Malawin-Quatches forms of K2, offering both fast and longer-lasting support for cognitive and vascular health. For seniors over 60, Gouda represents a brain-nourishing food that's not only enjoyable but also highly effective in maintaining neural vitality. What makes Gouda exceptional among cheeses is the fermentation process. During aging, specific bacteria involved in the cheese's development convert vitamin K1 from the cow's diet into potent forms of K2. The result? Just 1 ounce of aged Gouda can contain up to 75 micrograms of vitamin K2, depending on its age and quality. That's a substantial dose for a food you can easily enjoy daily. Vitamin K2 in Gouda helps regulate calcium, not just in bones, but also in soft tissues like blood vessels and the brain. This is particularly important for healthy aging, as the buildup of calcium in brain arteries can restrict blood flow and contribute to cognitive decline. By helping redirect calcium to where it belongs, bones and teeth, K2 acts as a neurological protector over time. Beyond K2, Gouda also offers brain-supportive nutrients like vitamin B12, protein, and healthy fats, all of which are essential for cognitive function. The creamy texture and savory taste make it a popular option for seniors with reduced appetites or those seeking easy-to-digest snacks. To maximize its benefits, Gouda can be sliced into sandwiches, paired with whole-grain crackers, or added to warm vegetable dishes. Importantly, combining Gouda with foods rich in magnesium, like leafy greens or nuts, can further enhance calcium balance and brain resilience. A common concern among older adults is cheese and cholesterol, but moderate consumption of full-fat cheese like Gouda has not been shown to significantly raise LDL in most healthy seniors. In fact, fermented dairy often supports gut health, which may indirectly influence brain function via the gut-brain axis. For seniors looking for a practical, delicious way to support memory and cognitive clarity, Gouda cheese is more than a comfort food, it's a neurological ally. Egg yolks from free-range or pasture-raised hens are one of the most accessible and powerful sources of vitamin K2, particularly in the negative formula-in-quatches form. Unlike standard eggs from caged hens, free-range eggs contain significantly higher levels of fat-soluble nutrients, including vitamin K2, vitamin D, and choline, all of which play crucial roles in supporting brain health in seniors over 60. Each yolk of a free-range egg can provide up to 32 micrograms of vitamin K2, depending on the hen's diet and exposure to sunlight. This amount, while not large on its own, becomes powerful with consistent daily intake, especially when paired with other K2-rich foods. For seniors practicing healthy aging, this means eggs can serve as a daily tool for long-term cognitive support. Vitamin K2 works behind the scenes to maintain arterial flexibility in the brain. As we age, calcium tends to accumulate in places where it shouldn't, especially in small cerebral vessels. This calcification can restrict blood flow and oxygen delivery, silently contributing to memory loss and cognitive fatigue. K2 activates proteins that remove calcium from these sensitive areas, thus supporting smoother circulation and sharper thinking. Free-range egg yolks also contain choline, a nutrient essential for acetylcholine production, an important neurotransmitter involved in learning and memory. This makes eggs a two-in-one brain food, delivering both the structural protection of K2 and the neurotransmitter boost of choline. For better absorption of vitamin K2, eggs should ideally be eaten with a source of healthy fat, such as olive oil or avocado. Seniors can incorporate eggs into breakfast omelets, lunchtime salads, or evening vegetable stir-fries. Soft-boiled or poached methods retain the nutrient integrity best, while overcooking can reduce their effectiveness. One of the greatest advantages of eggs is their digestibility. For seniors with weaker appetites or digestive sensitivities, eggs are a soft, versatile food that doesn't overwhelm the stomach. And despite outdated cholesterol fears, studies show that moderate egg consumption, especially when free-range, is not linked to increased heart disease risk in healthy seniors. When chosen from high-quality sources and cooked gently, free-range egg yolks are a valuable and underestimated ally in the fight against cognitive decline. Their nutrient density and accessibility make them ideal for any senior committed to preserving brain health through diet. Fermented cheeses, particularly hard and aged varieties such as Gouda, Edam, Jarlsberg, and Brie, are among the richest dietary sources of vitamin K2, especially the negative 7-malawin-quatches form. Unlike soft, processed cheese, these aged selections undergo bacterial fermentation, a process that not only enhances flavor but also stimulates the production of vitamin K2 in substantial amounts. For seniors over 60, regularly including small portions of fermented cheese can play a protective role in brain vascular health and overall cognitive longevity. Studies have shown that Gouda and Edam can contain up to 75 micrograms of vitamin K2 per 100 grams, making them some of the most potent natural K2 sources in Western diets. This is particularly important because negative 7-malawin-quatches stays in the bloodstream longer than negative 4-malawin-quatches, found in animal-based sources, giving the body extended access to K2's benefits, especially for the microvasculature of the brain, where plaque and calcification tend to accumulate with age. Vitamin K2 in fermented cheese helps activate matrix GLA protein, MGP, which inhibits the deposition of calcium in arterial walls. When left unchecked, this calcification can reduce blood flow to critical regions of the brain, contributing to memory issues, slowed cognitive processing, and even elevated risk of stroke. By enhancing MGP function, K2 supports clearer, more consistent blood flow, something every aging brain needs. In addition to vitamin K2, fermented cheeses also provide B12, calcium, and protein, which together support neuron integrity, neurotransmitter production, and muscle strength, each important for independent living in older adults. When consumed mindfully, cheese becomes not only a comfort food but also a functional brain support tool. To include these cheeses in a healthy aging diet, moderation and pairing matter. Seniors can add thin slices to whole grain crackers, salads, or steamed vegetables. Because fermented cheese is calorie-dense, portions should be kept at about 1 ounce per serving, ideally 3 to 4 times per week. Pairing cheese with fiber-rich foods, like leafy greens or fruit, can also help balance blood sugar and digestion. Those with lactose intolerance may still tolerate aged cheeses, as fermentation reduces lactose content significantly. However, sodium-sensitive individuals should choose lower-salt versions or eat them less frequently. By selecting high-quality fermented cheeses, seniors can naturally supplement their vitamin K2 intake, enhancing cognitive circulation and helping maintain mental clarity with age. Grass-fed dairy products, like milk, butter, cream, and yogurt from pasture-raised cows, offer a natural, bioavailable source of vitamin K2, particularly the negative form Malawin-Quach's subtype. Unlike conventional dairy from grain-fed cattle, grass-fed animals consume a diet rich in chlorophyll and K1-rich greens, which their gut bacteria convert into vitamin K2. This dietary pathway makes grass-fed dairy especially valuable for older adults looking to improve brain health through whole, natural foods. Among the most beneficial options are grass-fed whole milk and butter, both of which contain modest but consistent levels of negative form Malawin-Quach's. Though lower in total K2 than fermented foods like natto or cheese, grass-fed dairy is often easier to consume daily and fits well into Western eating patterns. Importantly, the fat content in these products aids in fat-soluble vitamin absorption, enhancing the body's ability to utilize not only vitamin K2 but also vitamins D, A, and E, which together support neuroprotection and cognitive performance. For seniors, one of the biggest advantages of including grass-fed dairy in the diet is vascular protection. Vitamin K2 helps prevent calcium buildup in the arterial walls surrounding the brain, reducing the risk of stroke and cognitive impairment. Moreover, grass-fed dairy is often richer in omega-3 fatty acids and CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, both of which support anti-inflammatory pathways essential to long-term brain resilience. A typical daily serving of 1 cup of grass-fed milk, or a tablespoon of butter can contribute meaningfully to a senior's K2 intake. Pairing these foods with cooked vegetables or whole grains can enhance nutrient synergy and improve digestion. For those who are lactose intolerant, grass-fed ghee, clarified butter, is an excellent alternative. It retains vitamin K2 and healthy fats but is free of lactose and casein. It's also worth noting that certified organic and grass-fed labels ensure the cows have access to natural pasture, which is the foundation for higher K2 content. Seniors should prioritize these labels to ensure they're receiving the full benefit. When consumed regularly and as part of a balanced diet, grass-fed dairy can be a powerful ally in the pursuit of healthy aging, providing gentle, consistent support to vascular integrity, mental clarity, and overall cognitive function. Ignoring daily intake of vitamin K2-rich foods can silently accelerate brain and vascular aging in seniors. Without sufficient K2, calcium may deposit in the arteries and soft tissues, including those that supply the brain, leading to impaired blood flow, increased stroke risk, and faster cognitive decline. Over time, this can result in memory loss, confusion, and reduced executive function. Furthermore, the absence of K2 weakens the protective synergy between vitamins D and K2, disrupting bone and nerve health. For those over 60, the consequences of long-term K2 deficiency often go unnoticed until serious neurovascular damage sets in, making early, consistent intake crucial for healthy aging. As a geriatric physician, I strongly encourage seniors to take vitamin K2 seriously, especially as they age past 60. Many of my patients assume calcium or vitamin D alone is enough, but without K2, those nutrients can do more harm than good. Vitamin K2 acts like a traffic controller. It directs calcium away from your arteries and into your bones, where it belongs. This is essential not just for bone strength, but for keeping blood vessels clear and maintaining steady blood flow to the brain. I advise incorporating K2-rich foods like natto, aged cheeses, or grass-fed animal products into your weekly diet. For those with limited dietary options, a K2 supplement, -7 Malawin-Quach's form, may help bridge the gap. Pair it with vitamin D for best results. Don't wait for symptoms to show up. Proactive nutrition is one of the smartest steps you can take for healthy aging. If this video helped you understand the importance of vitamin K2 for brain and vascular health, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button, share it with someone over 60, and leave a comment below if you've tried any K2-rich foods. Subscribe to Wellness 60 to 100 for more trusted tips on healthy aging, and ring the bell so you never miss a life-changing insight.